Good morning, humble gamer fans, or at least it is in this little world of ours. This is still day 2. We're close because we're now on midday of day 2, so we've only got an hour left, really an hour and a half left of day 2, and we're in St. Moritz. And we're taking this train here, the Barina Express, all the way down. So, let's click on that. We are ready to go. We'll be leaving at just after 12. There's no great rush yet. Yes, we're going from St. Moritz there all the way down the mountain railway. Very mountainous route this. All the way down this way to Tirana. Oh, hello. Lost control of the mouse for a second. To Tirana. And that's where we'll be finishing. And guess what? They're going to let me drive it, he said in a Michael Palin-esque voice. Away we go. So yes, this is the start of our fairly long haul down to Tirana. I don't know how long it is, but we've left at 12:02, so I'm now speeding, which is unfortunate. This is not going to be a quick run because we're doing a lot of mountainous parts of this area of southern Switzerland into Italy. It's the Alps we're going to be traversing through. There's going to be some fantastic scenery. So in an hour and 33 minutes we will enter day 3 of the adventure. This ridiculous thing that I've decided to do. That's our route. We're the blue bit up near my face, just here, and we're going right the way down there. So it's a fair old whack, this. Beautiful scenery. And a perfect way to spend the second and most of the third day of my adventure.
The alpine scenery was absolutely beautiful, and the first part of the drive through the mountains was deceptively easy. As I passed through remote mountain towns, the gentle hum of the electric locomotive seemed almost lethargic with the ease of its task. I knew tougher challenges lay ahead, and that I would have to keep my wits about me. But that didn't stop me enjoying this magnificent route and its beautiful setting.
So we're now at Morteratsch, which is not necessarily a big station, but it's about a quarter of the way. The thing with something like this is it's difficult to control the locomotive because obviously it's snowy weather in the Swiss Alps and huge gradients either up or down. They're never just your average gradient. But yeah, I am really having to concentrate on this. This is actually quite a test of my train sim driving ability, which if you've seen any of the train sim stuff on the channel, you will know is not brilliant at times. In fact, there is a big Swiss Alpine railway turn. You only really see those in these sorts of railways. Look at this. Oh. This is just beautiful. I know it's a tough hill, but you are built for this. Come on, up you go. It's things like this where if I crash I will lose time. It's if I drive poorly I will lose time, and the games coming after this I will also lose time in as well. So because this is the last of the proper travel games for a bit. Drop us below 40 mph so we don't speed. This is really concentrating. This is concentration heavy, this route, because of you get moments of, like in some of the shots you've seen we were travelling at 70 mph, but oh, this is going to be a struggle.
As the weather began to draw in, the threat of more snow started to build in the back of my mind. With steep gradients both up and downhill to contend with, I could feel both myself and the locomotive beginning to feel the strain of our journey. One mistake here, and not only would I lose valuable time on my journey, but I could send the entire train down the mountainside, taking me along with it. I decided that time was less important than a safe arrival, so slowly, inch by inch and mile by mile, I edged the train down the rugged slopes. It took longer than I had hoped, but eventually we made it safely down the mountain. In fact, I'd been so slow and careful that during the course of my descent, something else had happened.
I've moved house. That's how long it took me to come down the mountain. But we are now at Posciavo, which means I think we are at least in northern Italy now. It's already 13:25, so in 10 minutes we're going to be hitting day 4 of our travel. See, we're down here now, so we've got all of this left to travel. I'm hoping to reach Tirano by about 2:30, so only an hour into day 4. So here is Posciavo, just a quick look around before we head straight off. I think it's reasonably flat for this kind of route from this point on, at least I hope so. There are a couple of sticky points. There's one, just this little section here around Brusio, which gives us a couple of switchbacks and a curved tunnel, which means we are going at least we're not going on the flat anyway. But I shall see you next as we arrive in Tirano, enjoy the rest of the journey through the Swiss mountains, guys.
The final stretch of my journey down the mountain was, in comparison to the rest of it, easy and relaxing. The track began to level out and the sun finally broke through the clouds, taking the threat of snow with it. As I crept closer to the valley floor and began my approach into Tirano, my thoughts turned to the next leg of my journey, an early morning flight from Milan to Port Said in northern Egypt. Since the track was getting easier to negotiate, I could afford to think of time rather than safety once more. If I missed my flight, then it would be more lost time, and even at this early stage, that was something I simply could not afford. I needn't have worried, mind you. Soon, Tirano was ahead of us, and I could relax safe in the knowledge that, the next morning, I would be in the skies above the Mediterranean Ocean, heading towards Africa.
Right, good morning everyone. It's been an overnight journey for me from Tirano to Milan, or very near it. I am at Milan Orio al Serio Airport. I'm flying to Port Said in northern Egypt. I'm flying a Douglas DC-3 in plain metal livery, and of course I'm using Microsoft Flight Sim. Yeah, so that's the guy just ahead of me, taking off, and we're now ready to go. Now, this is going to be a very, very, very long haul.
Clear for takeoff. Runway 28, Douglas, November 350, Delta Charlie.
Okay, here we go. Now, I am not a flyer in any way, shape or form, but what I need to do is need to get this straight on the runway to start with. And then once I've gained enough speed, need to get this thing into the air. Right, okay, so the wings have caught the wings have caught it now. And let's get this thing up into the air. There we go, we're off. We're now flying towards Africa. 1,359 miles, so if I could please keep my height flight sim, that would be nice. Actually no, the time is coming down. It's about 8:30 in the morning here in game time, which means you've got a bit of time to fly. So now we are flying towards Africa in this beautiful old machine. I'm fairly sure that this is the type of airplane that James Bond flew in his what's it called, the one after Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace. Fairly sure this is the one he flew and got shot at in and crashed in. Like I said, Douglas DC-3 in plain gunmetal livery as we look over Italy. Now we're basically going to fly over Greece and lots of the Mediterranean before we hit Africa. I won't talk to you much during this flight because I need to concentrate, because I don't play this game an awful lot at all. And that essentially means that I'm not very good at it. Yeah. Landing in this is the same to me as parking is in Euro Truck Simulator, but we probably will hit day 4 by the time we land. We're already deep into day 4 flying, so traveling, so we will hit day 5, I imagine. The thing is, once I get to Port Said, depending on where I land, because if I don't land in the actual city, that could seriously affect my my arrival times in Port Said. But the thing is, once I get to Port Said, it's an 11-day ferry ride, well, boat journey from Port Said down the Suez Canal to Mumbai. You won't see all of that because there is no game that allows me to travel the Suez Canal that I know of, certainly at time of recording. By the time I've recorded this, I shall almost certainly have found one and be cursing it, but never mind. Yeah, if you look at my GPS down below me, it's telling me it's going to be about an 8-hour flight. But we should have enough fuel. I'll keep my eye on it, obviously. But for now, I'm going to fly, and I shall probably catch up with you as we head over Greece. So I shall talk to you then, guys. Now you might be wondering, Humble Gamer fans, why I've decided to fly just this bit. And you might also be wondering, well, hold on, obviously you could just fly around the world, why not do that? I didn't want to do that. That's not the spirit of the Jules Verne thing. Obviously Jules Verne didn't have aeroplanes, which made Phileas Fogg's achievement even better. We are now into day 4 as well, as we fly over what I believe to be Greece. Just let me double check that my fuel is alright. Yeah, my fuel seems to be okay. I think that's my fuel. I don't know where my fuel is. That's another annoying thing about this aircraft. The thing is, I don't know anything about aircraft. Let us never ever forget that. So if I manage to land this thing in any way, shape or form, even if I don't manage to land it at Port Said, yes, I'll add time on, but landing at Port Said is not my issue. Landing is the thing I want to do most. And once I land at Port Said, it's an 11-day journey at sea from Port Said to Mumbai in India. So we're going to have been traveling over a fortnight in game time. But hopefully we won't get down too much after. It's looking like about 5:20, and the boat leaves in the morning, so I've got, it's no real worry there, but in terms of the time, but it's going to be, so it's going to be into day 16, day 17 by the time I actually arrive in Mumbai. We're now getting to the bits that are tough. This is not a part of the journey I looked forward to, by the way, because
like I said, I don't really play this game. I've got it and I occasionally have a quick flight, but never have I done something this massive on it. I am genuinely just hoping my fuel lasts. So we're about 2 hours away from Port Said now, so 400 miles, nautical miles. I shall see you probably as we head towards Port Said, probably about 5 or 6 minutes to go. So. Having issues. One of my engines has gone. And I cannot tell if it's because I've run out of fuel or not. We are slowly dropping. I can't tell what the issue is, but something has gone drastically wrong. Oh god, I'm going to end up in the sea 257 miles away. That's the ocean. That is the Mediterranean Ocean. But they're both running. What's the issue? I'm going to go down. I'm actually going to go down. There's no way out of this now. Can I call a mayday?
Center, Douglas, November.
Yeah, please, just give me flight following. Do something.
Request flight following. Douglas, November 350 Delta Charlie.
Help! Mayday, I am going down! Oh god, there are no airports either.
Athens Center, Douglas 0 Delta Charlie.
No, don't cancel flight following. Don't cancel flight following. What the hell is that over there? Is that an airport? No, that's... Get anywhere. Come on, give me something. Give me something, anything. Just give me altitude. Great, now both my engines are dead. What, am I out of fuel? Is that what it's telling me? I don't even know where my fuel gauge is. I'm gonna crash, I'm gonna have to ditch it. Oh, fuel selector gauge. Can I do something with that? Oh, come on, give me something, please. I don't know what any of these dials mean. Please, do not die on me. Oh god, this is gonna go badly. I'm gonna crash. I'm actually gonna crash. One engine. I've got one engine. No, this is it. This is legitimately it. I'm going down. That's the ocean. I'm gonna have to ditch it. I'm gonna have to ditch it. Sorry, don't miss.